Welcome back. It's 8 o'clock. Time now to take a look at the top stories making news headlines at 8. The ANC in KwaZulu-Natal will begin its Provincial General Council in Durban today. The two-day meeting will be attended by delegates from branches that qualify to attend the party's national conference. It will fine-tune the province's view on policies discussed during the policy conference. Delegates will also consolidate the province's view on leadership nomination ahead of the national conference this month. Party Provincial Chairperson Sihle Zikalala has warned against the tendency of members being loyal to individuals and not to the organization. He also emphasized the importance of electing an inclusive leadership during the party's national conference. Zikalala called for the restoration of the image and the confidence of the people to the ANC and advance radical economic transformation. Now, and for more on the ANC Provincial General Council in KwaZulu-Natal, we cross live to our reporter in Durban, Ayanda Mhlongo. A very good morning to you, Ayanda. Thank you so much for joining us. All eyes on KZN today. What is expected?
A very good morning to you, Simpiwe, and a good morning to our viewers. Yes, absolutely. All eyes will be on KwaZulu-Natal this morning as the delegates, ANC members, will today be holding the Provincial General Council here at the Olive Convention Centre in the Durban CBD. It's still quiet at the moment, Simpiwe. We understand that delegates were finalising registrations at a venue not far from here. It is expected to get underway at 10 o'clock. And they said that from around 9 o'clock we should now start to see the delegates arriving. But here it's been security, it's been the organisers of the ANC, those final preparations. But inside the hall everything is ready to welcome the ANC members who will be delegates to the upcoming conference in December. Of course, as you said, all eyes are on KwaZulu-Natal, being the province that is known in the ANC as the kingmaker, being the province that at this conference once again will be sending the largest delegation of its members, 870 delegates from the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Of course, the build-up has had its glitches along the way with regards to some of the branches, their branch meetings. There's been disputes, around 50 disputes from the province of branch members who are unhappy, unsatisfied with the processes at those BGMs in preparation for today. And of course there's also those unfortunate incidents where we had those delegates who were killed, two delegates who were killed a couple of weeks ago. So it has been a bit of a rough road. And just quickly, and now I know my guest, we were not expecting him now, but my guest is here, Dumseni Ntuli. He's a spokesperson for the ANC. Dumseni, good morning to you and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers at home.
Certainly, I mean, preparations, it's just a matter of an hour or so before your members arrive here for this crucial meeting where today the ANC members will be pronouncing on its preferred candidates. Tell us so far in terms of preparations for today, is everything on track?
Well, everything is on track. It's all systems to go. We concluded the registration of half of our provincial delegation yesterday. The rest of the which are coming from far-flung have arrived since 7 o'clock this morning to also finalize their registration. We believe that the PGC is going to kickstart at 10 o'clock as anticipated in the invitation that was sent out by the Provincial Secretary. And everybody is committed to come and be part of this Provincial General Council because this is about the future of the African National Congress. It's equally about the future of the National Democratic Revolution. What we say and decide here today and how that will impact on our processes towards and the National Conference itself become profoundly significant about where we want to go. How do we want to reposition the ANC as an agent of change that must be at the center of driving the agenda of radical economic transformation?
Dumseni, now getting to here has had its challenges along the way, and fortunately you being with us, you were also working closely with the National Committee that was here led by an ANC NEC member, Mamnele Dipando, that was looking into the disputes. Tell us, of the 806 branches that were eligible to sit and convene their BGMs, what are the numbers now, and with regards to those disputes, have you been able to resolve all of them?
Well, there were about 50 disputes that had to be decided upon by the National Executive Committee Task Team, with myself as an observer who was requested to participate in that process. I can confirm that out of all those disputes, there were 9 branches that were directed to rerun their BGMs We've rerun all of those PGMs except one which has not been successful. The other 8 branches have succeeded. We're expecting them to send delegates in the PGC today. Of course, we are a province, the biggest province of the ANC, with 806 branches that were expected to convene PGMs. I think by the end of business yesterday, we were more or less around 720 to 740 branches that have succeeded to convene their meetings, with obviously delegates that are far more than 800, because many of our branches are quite big. The biggest branch in the province is about 8 or 9 delegates, and then you've got many others which have got 4, 5, 6, including the ones we were rerunning yesterday. Some of them have got three delegates. So we believe that while we may not have all our branches that convening successful PGMs, but the delegation of KwaZulu-Natal will remain far the biggest delegation in the National Conference of the ANC.
And of course, you've been saying that critically, this meeting, you want to come out as a united ANC. There has been cracks, which you have admitted to, but you want to try and resolve some issues, and so that when KwaZulu-Natal does go to conference, it goes as a united. May have differences probably on candidates and who some branches may have nominated, but you at least want the delegates to get along and to go as one group and one united KZN.
Well, definitely, if we were to judge the behavior of our province during the Provincial General Council, which we had in June, and the one we attended, the National Policy Conference, what was quite clear, very clear to everybody, was that despite the fact that there were different views about the future of the ANC, in terms of those who support a particular line and others who support another line, at a level of policies and at a level of the leadership of the organization. But KwaZulu-Natal, you would find that at least 85% of the delegation of KwaZulu-Natal, like it has been the case in the past, would be solid and united behind a common approach on the policies and behind the leadership that should be elected by the National Conference. So we believe that we're going to be a solid delegation in the conference.
We're going to step it there. I know we'll be talking to you throughout the day, but thank you very much for your time. Now, that was Mtumseni Nduli, the spokesperson of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. And of course, as he said, we are awaiting a very, very important conference for the ANC, meeting for the ANC delegates here before they make their way to that all-important conference on December 16 in Johannesburg. I'm going to leave it there for now. Of course, we'll be updating you throughout the day on everything that will be taking place here at the conference. But for now, Simpiwe, it's back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Ayanda, for that. We'll certainly be in touch with you later on in the day. That is our reporter, Ayanda Mhlongo, just briefing us on the state of readiness as the African National Congress Provincial General Council will be underway in just a short moment.